the start of Islamic History Month, as well as it was adopted by the Parliament in 2007. This provides us with an opportunity to learn and honor the rich history of Islam and highlights the contributions of many Muslims in Canada. Canadian Muslims have an opportunity this month to showcase the history of Islam in Canada and lay out many achievements of many Muslim Canadians in the fields of arts, sports, academics, sciences, literature, and many more. As a Muslim who immigrated to Canada some 20 odd years ago, I understand all too well the importance of celebrating this month, as it not only provides us with a platform to acknowledge the contributions of Muslims in different facets of life, in different walks of life, but it is also to foster dialogue between different communities as well as acceptance. It is also a time to talk about the challenges and barriers that Muslims face. I'm very proud to say that I live in a country which fosters multiculturalism, and together we must combat the issues of the time that Muslims face, like Islamophobia and hate-fueled violence targeting different Muslim communities across Canada. This month is to highlight all these issues and to continue working together for a more compassionate, inclusive, and safer Canada for all. Here, I would like to say, we are many, but we are one. Happy Islamic History Month, Canada. Moving forward, before we continue, we respectfully acknowledge that we are on the traditional territory of Mississauga. We offer our gratitude to the First Nations for their care for and teachings about our earth and our relations.
The greeting of peace. Assalamu alaikum. I have been asked today to share a brief introduction of ICNA Sisters. We are a group of Canadian Muslim women working to build an exemplary Muslim community through education, communication, and development. We are committed to empower Muslim women through skill building and leadership training and develop new ideas to make life better for all Canadians, especially women and children. Our departments plan, help, and motivate sisters to work individually and collectively to work for the betterment of the society, regardless of age, ethnicity, or religion. We also invite people of all faith to get to know about Islam and Muslims. We also collaborate with different organizations to develop projects and causes that are aimed at bringing positive changes in the society. We have ongoing educational projects for children and women. Some of our community projects are hospital and nursing home visits, food drive for shelter homes, school supplies drive, blood donation drive. We also have seniors meet and greet programs. We have ICNA Sisters, neighbor nets, and members in most of the big cities of Canada. Dear guests, thank you for taking out time to attend this ceremony today. We appreciate all your support, and I thank you again on behalf of ICNA Sisters.
I wish you personally a very happy Islamic Heritage. You're playing with it, or am I? Okay. Islamic Heritage Month. As you came together, Ikra, you're absolutely right. I want to thank you for that, and thank you for coming here. This is really an important month for Canadians. They need the opportunity to reflect, but to celebrate long-standing history of Islam in Canada and the diverse roles and also the contributions that Muslims and communities right across Mississauga, Ontario, Canada have made is so vitally important. You are amongst our most active and engaged residents. I cannot speak more highly of your generosity and compassion. I know this is a practice you must zakat each time at Ramadan, but you do this all year long. Whenever I ask, whenever there is a need in the community, you are the first to step up. Always, whether it's a park cleanup or raising money for Trillium Health Partners Hospital, and the Muslim community has pledged $5 million to help rebuild our hospital. Mufti is here, and I think he was one of the organizers of this campaign commitment. Mufti, we thank you for that. But always, whether it is for the food bank, I ask, can you please, you say, how much did we give last year? We will give more this year. Each and every year, the need is so great at the food bank, even now. Normally, I run a food drive right now for Thanksgiving, but unfortunately, we have this little election happening, so I cannot. But I will, right, as soon as we're finished, I'll make it a holiday drive. But also, I've seen you all packing up goods and products to send to Pakistan for their flood relief, and I thank you for that. This has been an incredible effort. This is very devastating what has happened back in Pakistan.
Welcome, everyone. It is so wonderful to be here with you today to mark the beginning of Islamic Heritage Month here in Ontario and across Canada. I think when we talk about Islamic Heritage Month, we really are talking about the beautiful mosaic that is the building block of what cities like Mississauga are. Cities like Mississauga are dependent on the vibrant population of Muslim Canadians that come together, that have been over the past decades continuing to build, whether it's through economy, through social justice, through raising your families here, going through the school systems here, and being part of this beautiful, vibrant city. So I really want to thank each and every one of you. And I'd like to also talk about ICNA Sisters. So I've had the immense pleasure of getting to know ICNA Sisters for the past 7-8 years now. And these are a group of ladies who get ish done. They know how to get it done. And I kid you not, like I've watched these ladies come together. I've watched them take on social justice issues, whether it was the niqab ban from the previous Stephen Harper Conservative Party, or raising goods and for food banks across our city, or coming together and making sure that each and every one of us in our neighborhoods are taken care of during COVID. You ladies really rock it. You make sure that we are doing what needs to be done to build strong communities, to make sure that we are walking that path together, and that we are building a strong...
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I apologize for the delay. There was a truck stopping us from going down here in Ontario. But I'm so glad to be with all of you today in this beautiful city of Mississauga. I just want to thank you so much to the ICNA Sisters of Mississauga for your invitation and for really inviting me to join with all of you. I'm excited to raise this flag, and for Islamic Heritage Month, really to acknowledge the contributions and really to be thankful for all that you've done. And what you're really doing is planting the seeds for future generations. And it's really an opportunity for us to reflect on all of the contributions you've made here in Canada. And I mean, I'm not going to duplicate what all of my colleagues have already said. Thank you for all you do. Happy Islamic Heritage Month, and I'm so excited to raise this flag today with all of you. Thank you so much.
सबसे पहले तो thank you so much for having me here this afternoon at the flag raising. My name is Khalid Rashid, and I am the Member of Provincial Parliament for the riding of Mississauga East Cokesville, and also Ontario's Minister for Public and Business Service. I think the importance of today's day, especially the Islamic Heritage Month, it's a whole month where we as Muslims are coming together to showcase what true our Islam, our religion means. It showcases what Islam has to offer, and also not only just for us, but I think for others who are a part of our society, to understand what truly our religion Islam means. And I just want to say thank you to the ICNA sisters for putting this event, the flag raising, together. I really appreciate all what they are doing to showcase our religion to the mainstream public. So thank you so much, and thank you for having me.
Thank you.
I'm very happy to be here today. I was very delighted when I received the invitation from ICNA sisters to join Islamic Heritage Month, and as a PA for the Minister of Tourism, Heritage and Sports, heritage is part of my portfolio, and I always be glad to join and celebrate the different heritage which consist of make the mosaic of the Canadian environment. And the Islamic heritage, the Arabic heritage, the Egyptian heritage is very big part of this Canadian culture or canvas. And I'm very happy to be here. Also, we all the MPPs, with the MPs, we joined the efforts for the reliefs and donation collection for the floods in Pakistan. And it's very devastating to see something was that big. I mean, now we are seeing Fiona and we are seeing in Florida, things are really getting a little bit crazy everywhere. But I think the countries abroad, our root countries, people look to us as like saviors, as helpers, as a symbol for them. And it's important that the people here, their extended community help, and we are all here to help. So please reach out to our offices, either my office, Khalid office, or any of our MPP's office to help at any time. And thank you very much for all the work you are doing. And of course, you are the carrier of the families, and that's the building blocks for the Canadian values. Thank you.
मेरा नाम अब्दुल कय्यूम मुफ्ती है और मैं इकना का नेशनल PR चेयरमैन हूँ कमेटी का। तो आज यहाँ पे हमारी बहनों ने ये जो है इस्लामिक हेरिटेज मंथ की सेलिब्रेशन के लिए फर्स्ट टाइम यहाँ प्रोग्राम अरेंज किया। वैसे ये प्रोग्राम तो बहुत माशाल्लाह अच्छे से कर रही हैं, लेकिन आज ये पब्लिक इवेंट, ओपन पब्लिक इवेंट जो पहली दफ़ा हो रहा है, और यहाँ भी कैनेडियन फ्लैग रेजिंग भी हो रही है इसको लॉन्च करने के लिए। और इसमें सबसे बड़ी बात यह है कि हमारे जो है ना लोगों को खुद हमें नहीं इतना मालूम कि हमारी कंट्रीब्यूशंस साइंस में और यहाँ की डेवलपमेंट में मुसलमानों की तरफ से कितनी हैं। तो ये बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है, ना सिर्फ कि हम अपने ही कम्युनिटी को एजुकेट करें और दूसरी कम्युनिटी को भी बताएं कि हमारे मुसलमानों ने कितना कंट्रीब्यूशन किया है और मुसलसल किए चले जा रहे हैं। मैं आपको चंद मिसालें मैं दूँगा। अब जैसे कोविड को अब सब लोग जानते पहचानते हैं। अब आपको शायद हमारी खुद कम्युनिटी को ये नहीं मालूम है कि कोविड की जो सबसे पहली वैक्सीन जो थी वो mRNA जो इसकी टेक्नोलॉजी थी वो इन्वेंट करने वाले दो टर्किश मुस्लिम कपल थे। उन्होंने ये इन्वेंट की और उसके साथ फिर फाइजर ने कोऑर्डिनेशन करके इसको कोविड को इसकी वैक्सीन को लॉन्च किया। ये इतना बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन है हमारे मुसलमानों का मौजूदा दौर में, जिसको आप जितना भी शुक्र अदा करें कम नहीं हो सकता। एक और जो सबसे अहम बात, दुनिया में पहली बार ये हुआ है कि हमारे यहाँ कैनेडियन पाकिस्तानी नज़ाद रिसर्च न्यूरो साइंटिस्ट हैं, फर्स्ट टाइम इन द वर्ल्ड। उन्होंने वो चिप ईजाद कर ली है जो हमारे ब्रेन से बाकायदा बात कर सकती है, टू वे कम्युनिकेशन बिटवीन द ब्रेन एंड द चिप। तो ये भी हमारे मुसलमान और पाकिस्तानी नज़ाद साइंटिस्ट की जो है माशाल्लाह काविशों पे रंग लेकर आई है। और मैं आपको बताता चलूँ, हमें पर्सनली यहाँ जानता हूँ, यहाँ हमारी यूनिवर्सिटी के प्रोफेसर मेडिसिन के सर्जन रह चुके हैं। उन्होंने जो आप जब जाते हैं हॉस्पिटल के अंदर, तो जो किसी को हार्ट का प्रॉब्लम होता है तो वो पहला जो टेस्ट होता है और बहुत ही क्विक टेस्ट होता है वो टेस्ट जो है वो इन्होंने इन्वेंट किया। तो ये हमारे डॉक्टर साहब जो हैं वो निसार साहब वो मौजूद हैं। उन्होंने और वेस्ट नाइल का जो टेस्ट भी उन्होंने ईजाद किया और उन्होंने इसके ऊपर कोई अपनी रॉयल्टी नहीं ली। उन्होंने कहा ये जो है फी सबीलिल्लाह है, मैं इसको वरना वो चाहते तो इस वक्त ही वुड हैव बिकम अ बिलियनर। लेकिन उन्होंने एक फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट उन्होंने कंट्रीब्यूट किया है। और एक लंबी लिस्ट है जो मैं आपके शेयर करता हूँ, लेकिन वक्त की कमी की वजह से मैं यही ख़त्म करता हूँ। और मैं यही कहूँगा कि ये पैगाम आगे जितना पहुँचा सके अपनी कम्युनिटी में भी और बाहर वालों को भी ये बताएं कि हमारी पॉजिटिव कंट्रीब्यूशन कितनी है मुसलमानों की तरफ से। जज़ाकल्लाह खैर, वस्सलाम वालेकुम।
बहुत शुक्रिया जनाब।
I wanted to share a couple of reasons why this is important. As Marcus Garvey once said, people without knowledge of their past history, origin, and culture are like a tree without roots. And unfortunately, this is exactly what has happened to indigenous peoples of this land. For the past century and a half at least, 150,000 kids were put into forced into residential homes, and one of the first things that were taken away from them was their culture, was their language, was their were the clothes and anything to do with their faith and culture. And the last thing we want to see happen to anybody in this part of the world, in Canada and the Turtle Island that we all appreciate to be part of, is anybody's culture to be taken away. And this is why Islamic Heritage Month and Muslim history, celebration of Muslim history, is very, very important and very significant. And this is definitely a very historic moment. And the last thing I'll say is history teaches us to be humble. When you study history, any history, we realize we are standing on the shoulders of giants who came before us. And they're incredible people within the Canadian Muslim community to begin with, who came before us. And they're incredible people in the wider Canadian community who actually came before us, whose shoulders we are standing upon. And we need to remind ourselves, those of you who are not aware, that Canadian Muslims didn't just arrive in 60s and 70s and 80s. Our history predates Canada Confederation. Our history predates 1867. And in 1871, the first first census of Canada showed 13 Muslims of not Arab origin, not black origin, not African, not Indian Pakistani, but European origin, Scottish origin.
सेलिब्रेशन स्क्वायर में सागा पे खड़ा हुआ हूँ। ICNA सिस्टर्स में से एक सिस्टर नाजमा हैदर मेरे साथ खड़ी हुई हैं। मैं चाहूँगा कि इस्लामिक हेरिटेज पे अपने ख्यालात को कुछ इज़हार करें। जी
Alhamdulillah, we are officially allowed to celebrate the month of October from Canada as Islamic Heritage Month through the platform of ICNA, where we respect our culture and values and share our values with other cultures. That Islam is a religion of peace, and we remember the people of world through our good blessing and peace and love. Thank you.
थैंक यू।
हम काफ़ी सालों से हम लोग इसके लिए कोशिश कर रहे थे। हम स्कूलों तक तो महदूद थे, स्कूलों में हम ये मंथ मना रहे थे, लेकिन इस साल हमने जो है इसको जो है पब्लिक इवेंट भी किया है कि ताकि ये कि सब लोगों को पता चले। और इसका जो मकसद है करने का वो ये है कि यहाँ पे लोगों को इस्लामिक सिविलाइजेशन और उसके जो भी यहाँ उन मुसलमानों ने जो इजादात की हैं और जो मुसलमानों की हिस्ट्री रही है वो हमें भी, हमारे बच्चों को भी और यहाँ के लोगों को भी उसके बारे में मालूम हो। इसीलिए हम लोग स्कूलों में तकरीबन तमाम स्कूलों में हम लोग वहाँ पे एक डिस्प्ले रखते हैं। पूरा महीना जो डिस्प्ले वो रहता है उसमें पूरा इस्लामिक हेरिटेज जो चीज़ें होती हैं वो लोगों को, बच्चों को वहाँ के जो है उसके बारे में इंफॉर्मेशन देते हैं।
बहुत शुक्रिया जनाब, बहुत शुक्रिया।
Perfect. Okay, ready? Here we go.
Happy Canada Islamic History Month, all of you.
Okay, everybody can tell us when.
2, 1, go.